everything's okay. No matter where you find yourself, no matter what kind of stuff is going on in your life, underneath it all, everything's actually alright. You're okay. You might be giving yourself credit for it. If you have something that's going on in your life right now that's challenging, painful, it's just a reminder that you can have this feeling anytime you choose.
The Syndicate, to me, is, you know, like, well, of course, you know, you have the baseline, the base, like, top of the iceberg, where it's a roleplay community with a lot of people in it, and yada yada yada. And then you have, you know, the underlying of that, which is like, it's a family, it's a community, yada yada yada. And then you have, like, some slightly below that in the iceberg, and it's like this great web of connections between people. And I know I sound like corporate sap when I say this, but like, it's really something like wild, you know, like the experience of just every day getting to go around and forgetting about life for like a solid 3 to 4 hours is just fucking amazing, especially with like the collection of people we have here and all that. It's just fucking wild.
The Syndicate to me is like another family. To me it's a place where I can just go and please just hang out with people I really enjoy just being with.
When I first joined, it actually helped me out of a rough spot that I was going through at the time, quite a bit. And then over time it developed, and I feel like I definitely grew as a person through it, because it first helped me become a better role player, for one, and then just a better person in general.
It's a place where I've made many friends, people I call family, my partner. To me, it is kind of like my lifeblood.
I feel like it means hope to me. Like, I don't think I've ever been inside a community that I've been able to actually like express and been rewarded for, you know, the amount of like creativity and you know, like just genuinely creativity that I'm able to unleash on this place, and all that with all the lore I'm able to write, all the DMing I'm able to do, and all that. Most of the avatars I'm able to make, it's the most I've felt rewarding for what I love to do.
I get to be with the people that I know care about me, and I care about them. We get to hang out. We get to actually have fun together and grow lasting relationships.
I learned so many new things, gained so many new insights and friends and family that makes me really happy that I joined the Syndicate.
It's a family that accepts me for all my flaws, and I don't have to feel too uncomfortable around. I'm able to say my piece when I need to, and I don't have to worry about being judged every 30 seconds. I can just be myself.
So the Syndicate for me is a means of escape for me from my daily life.
The Syndicate, in its own weird way, gave me purpose.
The Syndicate's a place where you could find friends, family, learn how to push yourself to whatever skill set you want to.
At first, it started out as a simple community, just a group of people to start trying online interactions out with. From there on, it built on into a type of family, I guess.
The Syndicate means loyalty, friendship, in a sense, perseverance.
The Syndicate is a family to me. They helped me through difficult times, and I always felt welcome, and I wish to make everyone else feels welcome.
What the Syndicate means to me? Well, basically, everything. Acceptance, family, and being together with everyone.
You can just talk, play games, really just do whatever. Just tell a story through the roleplay. It's really about it, to put it simply. It's another family I just really enjoy being around.
It's what I do when I need to calm down from all the stresses of real life. It's pretty much what I I've always wanted, in a sense, it's a community, it's a family, not one bound by blood, but by choice of being here, of making a difference, of helping others.
The Syndicate means to me, like, I've only been here recently, but I absolutely love it. I've made some great friends here, and yeah, I've been through rough times, and this really helped me come through.
It means to me basically family. I've been a part of it for a while now. I've grown to know these people for over a year about now, and each and every person of it usually is a very nice person to be able to spend my time with and just make me feel at home here.
A family, a home, a new beginning. A place where one can start anew, but also a place where you won't always get what you want. You'll get what you need.
The shortest way I can put it is family. Like, I'm on here with these people every night, every day, hosting events, participating in events. It's just one big happy family. That's the best way I can put it.
They're the first group of people that actually helped me deal with my mental problems a little bit, I guess. They helped break me out of my shell, and ever since it's been a great time being with them.
I've been becoming more comfortable with who I am. I don't have to worry about meeting quotas or having a fucking breakdown every once in a while.
The Syndicate to me is, as I like to call it, just a collection of the marketplace of ideas, in a sense.
I guess mainly it's like the place where I actually managed to find good friends. I don't really know what else to say beyond that, other than just it's been nice to kind of just be in a community where I'm with a lot of like-minded individuals that are creative and doing all that stuff and like the ideas that I give to them.
It is the showcase that an international community can come together and work towards goals, work towards storytelling, despite time zone restrictions and who they maybe are in life, who they grew up, like wherever they grew up, whatever their situation, we've all still ended up standing on the same street corner and we're all getting along, and it is this interesting social happenstance that I am honored and glad that I was able to find.
It's something that helps me keep going on the times where I find the toughest. But at the same time, it's one of the things that drives me nuts in a good way.
A place, to escape from, the old living that I used to live. Trying to find a place where, I felt I fit. To a place to hang out with friends and all that sorts.
It means to be a part of something bigger than yourself. Being a part of a family.
Throughout the times that everything that's been happening to me, it basically helped me a lot. It helped me basically be a better person, like how everyone is. Know more, know a lot of things, and get to know like a lot of people and accept them for who they are and what they are.
The Syndicate means to me a family that you don't have a place to be, or you don't have a place that you belong. There's always somewhere within the community, there's houses that will find the place for you.
The Syndicate means a lot to me, man. I've met so many friends here. It's one of the things where if I'm having a bad day, if we've got an event or something, it's what lets me look forward to the day where I can just end and get in here.
It's where so many people come in and set up shop and share with each other all the ideas that they have and where they want to go in life and experience everything with each other.
A safe role-playing environment and also a second family to me.
It was crazy because I didn't think this kind of thing would be possible. in my position. And it's like I started out this community thinking, oh, this is going to be like a 1 to 2 week thing that's going on. And then it wasn't 1 to 2 weeks. It ended up being 2 years in which I managed to meet up with a lot of these people IRL. And that was probably the most fun that I think I've ever had.
The Syndicate is a place that I found that I made friends here, I made a family here, and a place I got to spend time, and a place that I'm currently, and still even now, experiencing a great story.
I've had a lot of good friends here. Family, I always say.
I know a lot of people would define it, but to me it is one of the greatest things that I currently treasure. This community brought me out of one of the hardest times in my life. It made me to smile again. It made me me again. And for that, it means the world to me.
What does the Syndicate mean to me? It means my every waking hour, my every sleeping moment is going to be filled with questions about lore. And you know, I enjoy that. I enjoy the things that have come from the Syndicate, and at the end of the day, what it means to me is that I'm able to help so many people across the world get through the things that they're going through. Mixing that with a bit of storytelling and cool-looking avatars and everything else, especially the worlds, makes things feel a bit more colorful in life. Gets rid of the gray. I think I can't just have one. I mean, we've been at this for 2 years.
We were just relaxing, and all of a sudden, we just see Stolas walking by in a maid outfit, just out of nowhere. With zero context, we just see him, he says hello, and just disappears. It was just so out of nowhere, so left-handed, and I don't know why it just had me cracking up and dying on the floor.
In character, it was basically throughout the very extreme amounts of battles and whatnot, even fighting once amongst another, towards me and basically towards a lot of people, even if I continuously keep saying I might lose. Though, through the training and through achieving what a lot of people that in character have I seen, I've accepted it. And basically through my perspective, it helped it. It basically is the most good thing that I've achieved in what I've seen through the battles, and basically for me, even if I get thrown across the fucking lane. But that's the most favorite thing if possible.
I'd say VRCon was probably my favorite moment last year. Just even if I was just standing there for hours by myself, nobody like walking up, I still enjoyed it because it felt like going to an actual VRCon, like, you know, meeting all these people, explaining the same thing over and over again, like explaining what the Syndicate was and all that stuff. And most likely it'll probably be the same thing. I'm gonna enjoy it again and again, over and over.
It was when I made the character Kurt. By far, it was a all NPC day, and I just went around as Kurt, and I killed like 6 people in one RP session. It was, to me, a funny interaction, but that's just the one that comes to my head always, because I just remember having fun with everyone between all the different houses.
I have a funny moment of me fighting when I was first joined Serpents and Imperials. I was made to fight Byron, and while fighting, they summoned their guitar, and me immediately tried to run away and got told to come back by Lich Command.
One of my most favorite was probably the most horrifying roleplay I ever had. It was supposed to be just a short RP to taking a train ride to Sanguina, and it literally turned into John Carpenter's The Thing. Like, Like there was this door, like it was like, okay, officers, don't go in there. The conductor told us not to. And what do? They go into there. Then they like one, like, you know, they're a desktop user and all that. They go in, they come back out in full body. Like, wait, what the hell? What? That's not right. Wait, they're not talking. What the hell? Next thing you know, a bunch of officers are going in and they're coming back out different, speaking different voices. All like, oh god, they're changing. Well, you know, they all are changing.
This was around Christmas time. It had some pretty funny shenanigans happen. It was during the snowball fight when we picked up Boy and started throwing him back and forth as a snowball. After Mayho dragged him at least 4 blocks away and up some stairs.
Ooh, if I have to think about that, I've had a couple, like, for example, fighting Grant and getting absolutely destroyed.
First one being way back when we were filming one of the original, like, school project videos that I had to do for, like, some college class that I was doing. And we were recording, and it was just a peaceful setting. It was a peaceful, like, walkthrough. It was a peaceful walkthrough with, like, music as we were going through the set. And the filming process of that was just fun. It was very kind. You know, it was kind of just magical in its own way of just, like, saying at the very beginning of what we were doing that, holy fuck, people actually want to be here and take part in this stuff.
I loved doing treasure hunts back then, like at Fort Barbados, where we could just run around with pictures of where your treasure is, and you just try and figure it out.
In some key small events, particularly the one referred to as Climbing Club and the first night patrol I ever went on, certain fundamental events that I feel really got me connected to this community and pushed me to my limits respectively.
We were reviving Wither, Danger's character, and when he was finally revived, it was a very touching moment just for the family in general. It kind of brought that sense of, wow, these people really think of themselves as family.
Definitely be an in-character moment. It was during the second battle for Hammerstein. The Imperials were charging up a mountain after we'd been given a great speech, motivate us, get us hyped. There was just machine gun fire, cannonballs flying overhead, explosions left and right. It was just a really cinematic and great moment I really enjoyed being part of.
Honestly, I can't pick a favorite. I've had so many different favorite moments. Just all the crazy stuff I've been able to participate in, all of the events I've been able to take part in, character development, everything I've done, I've enjoyed so far.
The first time we filled the van at the airport in Vegas, and just the fact that it got crowded quickly with a bunch of people with the others, you know, that I'd never met before, and meeting them for the first time and all that kind of stuff, that was probably my favorite out-of-character moment.
Out-of-character was when we went to the, we had an out-of-character prom recently, and I had so much fun just like dancing, relaxing, having a good time, talking to people. I won prom king that day and Suggy won prom queen. It was probably the most fun I've ever had in my life, which is kind of interesting, I guess, to say the least.
Favorite in-character moment is when we were in the Club Shikaku and I was playing Young Mizuki, and I happened to vent in the Club Shikaku, and Gran called an emergency meeting.
I assume my favorite in-character moment was when Mr. Mortem, dressed out, playing as Omnom, the house spirit, basically picked me up and forced me to sing on stage, even though I was terrified for my life. I at least conquered my fear of stage.
During the Blackbeard attack on the hotel, me and Izumi were trying to help hold the line from the roof, and as we were
running back and forth, trying to do everything we could. Just out of nowhere, Grand as Blackbeard appeared and scared the both of us so far that we just bolted all the way downstairs to the lobby and tried to recollect ourselves, and we learned just how bad things were getting in that fight at that moment. And it was a fun moment for everything, and it helped tie that whole situation together for us.
I mean, besides all the times all my other characters have died so far. Apologies.
Second one would probably be the final goodbye, or most recent goodbye of our dear lovely Just Tricky as he walked out the doors of the Hellhound Lounge. Seeing everybody, recreate that scene that we did originally for Panda when he went off to go and get a bit of financial stuff in IRL. It was just a magical thing of seeing so many people happy and, happy for somebody moving onwards in their life, but also, showcasing that emotion that they actually cared about this person.
I have quite a few good memories from the Syndicate, but more recent favorite example would be that of the mission to the Ford plant in Missouri that I did with David a few months ago. It's one of my favorite because I felt the danger, which kind of pushed me to do good in the mission, but also felt fun, if you would say that.
Last year when I had come to Murta in character as Shav and dressed up as Santa with a fucking reindeer and the sled and full Santa outfit. Just coming into the Murta with all that and everyone just coming up to me being like, "Hey Santa, can I get this and this?" And it was fun, it was dumb, and I embarrassed the hell out of myself, but it was worth it.
I will say, there was this moment back around like when I first joined, right? Like I had just made the character like Bjorn. He was like a week or two around, and the Syndicate was only had like 600 or 800 people at the time. And I remember sitting in Old Babylon, looking down a balcony at Grand and Ginger, in the center of the lobby of the Omerta, holding up the Apple of Eden, saying, "Okay, so a bunch of shadow assassins are gonna raid us." I'm like, "What the fuck is a shadow?" And it was this very like, from there and onwards was this very like visceral moment of like panic and trying to figure out like how to do things like properly, and it was very very tense and very engaging moment.
Eventually they dragged me to the room, absolutely horrifying, and then out of like pure miracle, I was saved by a pig and a random officer. That was probably one of my most favorite role plays. It was so stress-inducing, so horrifying, and it just like, what the do I do? What do I do? This is too much.
The one that brought me the most joy was during the Antioch Asylum roleplay, when I was essentially just, as this character Seamus, I was allowed to just be taken off the leash and cut a bloody swath through all of the enemy forces in that building. I was jumping through the chests of demons, I was slaughtering mortar teams on the roof of the building, I was just an absolute terror. And to me, it's probably one of the just the most memorable moments for me as a character, at least. That was one of the greatest moments for me.
When I started out in the Syndicate nearly 2 years ago, I was doing my underboss tryouts, and this was this was before we even started doing roleplay and whatnot. But we used to do a lot of missions with the LPD, and what I did was myself, Gray, and a few other underbosses that were trying out decided that we were gonna go and rob a bank, and the LPD were gonna be fighting against us during that. And it was a really fun experience, I guess, just planning it out. Of just... I don't know why, it was really cool.
That would have to be the moment that I was rescued after my stupid failure at a night patrol. It was, in all reality, shocking to see so many both Syndicate and a couple even non-Syndicate members, along with just so many from various walks of the Syndicate, all deciding that some washed-up little German was worth saving, and that they cared.
Another favorite moment was during an infiltration mission where we were at a restaurant, and there was this stupid goose, and for claiming it's being possessed, shit went down, and like everyone started, yeah, it was pure chaos.
Proving that a human, just a regular old gunslinger, man with a gun and a brain, can do a lot, fighting through Hammerstein, through the back rooms, and still surviving as best as he could. Those have been my favorite.
Well, my favorite in-character moment, or just general roleplay, is a side roleplay that was during the Covenant of the Crane Fuji arc, where we were in Fujioka with David, my character, and some others, and it was viewed as a very the environmental storytelling was very well by the DMs. The roleplay staff did amazing. The NPC coordination was very fun. They managed to do a story that was very immersive into it and told a very good, well done story for everybody that affected every character in and out.
Last year in December, I organized a Secret Santa. And obviously this is something that includes like sensitive information of people, like if they're going to be sending things to addresses. But I was as careful as I could be, and at the end of it, everybody got their gifts. People from multiple different houses were able to collaborate on this, and by the end of it, it just made me so happy to see that people like wanted to give these gifts. This is something that could be organized. December and the holiday gifting season is just a time of giving, and seeing that like people didn't know who they were going to be giving anything to, and everybody delivered on it. It was just this moment of like pure community joy that I was able to organize, and to this day, like, is still one of my favorite out-of-character moments.
The third one was during the battle, or the siege of Hammerstein, when I was watching all of the players on one side of the door fighting and like killing a couple of them, and just like they were kind of struggling, the ones that were there, but they were getting it done. And then they were all like stacking up on the door, so I was like, okay, I gotta go to the other side and check to see if they're all good over there, if there's anybody there. And I go through the door and I see just a wall of just like a wall of just cannons and guns and muskets and blunderbusses and men with axes and giant steam golems just waiting on the other side of the door. And all I said was just, oh fuck, and then the others came in and they just got fucking mowed down.
Anytime I was sitting at the bar attending to it, and then you see everyone sitting and having a great time talking with each other, no commotion going on, no nothing, it's just a happy time.
Favorite in-character moment so far is just the shenanigans I managed to get up to is at Levi, where, dear lord, I'm surprised that I was not destroyed for the amount of destruction and damage I ended up causing.
I can't really say I have a favorite out-of-character moment, because I enjoy most of the things I do with the Syndicate in general out of character. Being able to come around and talk with people, being able to have someone to talk to whenever I'm down or don't have much else to do on the weekends, things of that nature.
So, to those viewers out there right now that are watching this video, you're watching it from either a Syndicate anniversary meeting down the line now, perhaps, or you might just be viewing us from the outside looking in. To those of you viewers that are watching now, I want you all to carry on through life with a message in mind of conquering your tomorrow. It's not as simple as just, saying, oh, I'm going to get there anyway. It's not that passive acceptance of just being defeated by it all. I believe the term, or the phrase, Conquisitamo Domani, we conquer tomorrow, has a lot more value in people's personal lives than it, can sometimes be expressed. To conquer our tomorrow, we have had to have planned for today, learned from our mistakes of the past, and moved forward knowing what we had to do. I believe that having people that can look back on their lives and take lessons from it that are able to, help them onward in the future, I find that those types of people and those types of emotions and thoughts in your head are something that you should have at all times. The ability to just call back and recall a lesson that you learned from, one of our roleplay events, our social or game nights, any of our events. Just coming through and just remembering that and just being like, wow, I got this from that, And then they can recall that information. I find that to be wonderful. I want that phrase, Conquisitamo Domani, to mean something. And in my eyes, that's what it does. Conquering our tomorrow. Preparing for the past. Or preparing from the past, rather. Plans in the today and, just getting there in the future. But, for those people that are outside the community, looking in, you might not know all of our names, all of our faces. You might not be at every, event or see every event from either or any of our YouTubers or streamers, videos. But I want you specifically to understand that what we do, it's a terrifying thing. The idea of being kind to people and treating them as a family in any real social platform gets extremely difficult. But here on VR Chat and here doing what we do here within the Syndicate, it makes that terror and that fear just go away, disappear to the breeze. Because everybody here is so kind and compassionate about what they do, so welcoming with their actions and activities. Some more, loud than others in their extroverted way, and some more introverted, but all the same, they still care. They still want to help make this community into something greater every day. Every day, I can view them as people who are conquering their tomorrows and making this world of ours into a much better place. I have faith in these people. So if you'd like to join, discord.gg/Mortisian, watch any of our videos on this channel or any of the other ones that might be out there that have our names within them. And thank you. Thank you for watching this video and all that it has entailed. I'm sure that there's going to be emotions that are going off out there in the crowds or out there in, the Syndicate events that are recalling this maybe years from now. But these are the days, and I'm glad that I'm in them. So thank you all again. Conquisitamo Domani.
Hey, so I heard you went on a Vegas trip a while back. What happened on the trip?
This is where Jack is sleeping?
Yeah.
This is like right out in the fucking open.
That's exactly why.
VR chat mirror dwellers be like.
Oh shit. Patrol!
I walk like I shat myself.
I think the flood's got under there. What the fuck are you doing? Jay!
Imagine being your height. The backrooms took my muscle. Where's my mask?
You also have brown hair now, so that's something new. Oh fuck, he's gone.
Where's the beach?
Do you have anything you want to say to it's your dad? Stop being tall. That's better. Kevin, start T-posing, you bitch!
Take me home.
Zoink scoop, Jimmy's mom's got it going on! Oh fuck.
Go back, do it again. Wheels rolling down and down.
Don't fucking talk about what happened in Vegas. You rat.
Alrighty, Jackie, my boy. We got a flight to match. You're gonna be my carry-on. I'm gonna put you in the bottom of the plane, and you're gonna fly all the way back to Chicago with me. You got that? Who's a good boy?